It won't be making landfall, but it will be making a significant impact as far as rain, thunderstorms, and those big waves as well. This is all part of the up and down. We're going to have a little bit more of a bumpy road, and then it'll start to settle into really hot temperatures. And we've got this nice little dry band of air that's going to be rolling with us for the next little while, giving us excessive heat. And we've got winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. No wind on my monitor right now, but I promise you folks, we've got wind gusts up to 15 miles per hour tonight. There's a blood drive going on, and I feel so strongly about it that I've decided to donate some blood. And we've got some severe areas north of the I-8. Yes, it's true. How much rain? It won't be a lot, but you know, it's monsoon season, folks.
And let's talk about what Amberley's Place does for victims in the Desert Southwest.
And this is where it is right now. So stay tuned to News Channel 11. I've got your latest on all breaking weather news coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll see you then. Good afternoon, Desert Southwest. We've got some breaking weather news. We are in the middle of a dust event right here in Yuma County and parts of Imperial County as well. We're going to show some video right now so you can see what's going on in different parts. You can see that big storm cloud start to roll in, and we've got winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. So be careful on those roads. Along with the dust, we have severe thunderstorms. And as we look at what's going on for the radar, you can see that the clouds are starting to roll in. They're pushing down and through. And we've got some severe areas north of the I-8 out towards Telegraph Pass and northern parts of Imperial Valley as well. I've got your latest on what's going on with the dust storms, the thunderstorms, the wind, dust, and everything else coming up on News 11 at 5. Yes, it's true. How much rain? It won't be a lot, but you know, it's monsoon season, folks, and it's hot around here, as you can see by the numbers right there on your screen. 109 was our high today, and that record high was set back in 1992 at 117 degrees. The Imperial Valley did very nicely as well, getting to a high of 111 degrees. And just 2 degrees below the record high set back in 1960 at 113 degrees. You can't see them, but the clouds are on the horizon. They're making their way in, but I'm sure you guys have all felt that wind that's here now, and it's picking up a little bit. We've got no wind on my monitor right now, but I promise you folks, we've got wind gusts up to 15 miles per hour tonight and even stronger tomorrow. It's 108 degrees right now. Humidity is at 19%, but look at that strong dew point. The monsoon moisture machine is back, and it's coming full force Friday night into Saturday. Right now we've got 111 degrees in the Imperial Valley. Humidity is coming in at 14%. Dew points at 51, 6-mile-per-hour winds out of the northeast. Radar, not a lot going on here, as you can see. And even when we go up a few more hours, you can see that there's just a few clouds right there, just at the south of the border, and they're making their way to us at about 20 miles per hour. So by tomorrow night, again, there is a pretty good chance that we'll have some showers, but more likely in places that have higher elevation, like Phoenix, coming in at 109 degrees. It's 101 in Tucson, 107 in Las Vegas, and it drops back to the 60s in Los Angeles, 71 degrees in San Diego. What's going on here? Of course, we all know about the monsoon moisture machine. That's what's going on, and it's turning its way up, making that southeasterly turn, and then we've got some dry air, the last of it, making its way across the desert. And as it does, folks, things are starting to change, and that's why you feel that wind picking up, and all around the country, it's moving its way across, and it's coming over. We've got this super low pressure system. We had some tornadoes in Minneapolis, and they've cooled out quite a bit at 66 degrees, 75 in Kansas City. But look what happens on the radar. Let's have a look here. All of this is moving out and over, and then out here, there's Hurricane Bill. People were worried that it was going to make it to landfall, but I promise you folks, it's not going to be that way. The experts all believe that we'll just have some really high currents along the Jersey Shore, down towards the Carolinas, 8 to 22-foot waves this weekend. So if you're planning on traveling out east, there you have it. And there's Hurricane Bill right there. There's the eye of it. And here is the East Coast right out here. So again, it won't be making landfall, but it will be making a significant impact as far as rain, thunderstorms, and those big waves as well. Let's go on home towards where we are, and let's talk about tonight. We're coming in at 85 degrees tonight, and again, the winds are picking up 5 to 15 miles per hour. And tomorrow, as you can see, we've got 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, chance of thunderstorms, more likely dust, but we will get some raindrops in parts of the Desert Southwest. 104 degrees is your high for tomorrow, cooling off to the 70s in your overnights. The clouds will linger throughout the weekend, and for the Imperial Valley, more of the same. 110 degrees being the high, and chance of thunderstorms most likely Saturday in the early morning hours. And there you have it.
Nicole Cunningham coming to you live from the Southgate Mall in Yuma, where we've got a blood drive in full swing. We've got lots of volunteers, lots of people here willing to donate and give the gift of life. And then we've got all of the people that are here giving blood as well. They've got the whole thing set up. They're going to be here until 3 o'clock today. It's best to call in and make an appointment, but if you want to come on by, I'm sure that they can squeeze you in. So hopefully you'll make it down here, because this is a very important thing, and I love how the Desert Southwesterners all show up and make it happen, folks. And let's get to your weather, and let's talk about what's going on as far as cooler, breezy temperatures, 96 degrees being your high, cooling off again to your 60s. So that is a spectacular weather forecast any way you look at it. And folks, if you happen to be in the area and you want to give blood, you want to give the gift of life, I'm here at the Southgate Mall, and the people from the blood drive will be here until 3 o'clock today. So I'm hoping that you guys will all stop by. Reporting live from the Southgate Mall, Nicole Cunningham. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to toss it to break, but coming right back, we've got more news coming up right after this.
Good evening, Desert Southwest. We have been spoiled. Yes, indeed, we've been spoiled with these spectacular temperatures in the low 100s for the past little while. But you know what? Things are going to start to change, and I've got your details on that right after we get to those numbers. Let's have a look at that almanac. We're coming in right on schedule as far as temperatures are concerned. You can see we got to a high of 105 degrees today, and that record high was set back in 1985 at 117 degrees. The Imperial Valley came in at 107 degrees, so about average. Normal is 105. And the record high was set back in 1960 at 113 degrees. And right now in Yuma, we've got 105 degrees. Humidity is at 20%. Dew point still strong at 56 degrees. Southwest winds at 7 miles per hour. The Imperial Valley is at 107 degrees. Humidity is at 15%. Dew points at 50. Variable winds at 6 miles per hour. Local radar's got not a whole lot. We did have some moisture, a few raindrops that kind of came in, but this isn't a rain event, folks. It's just the last of that monsoon moisture as it starts to make its way north and east of us, and we're going to be going into dry and again much warmer temperatures. Take a look at what's going on from the bigger radar screen. You can see that all the moisture is starting to move its way out and around, starts to descend on the area, and it starts to come closer a little bit south and west, and then it just dies down when it gets to our elevation. We're pretty much at sea level around here, so that's good news for us, but not such good news for the folks down in Tucson. They've got thunderstorms right now at 95 degrees, 102 degrees in Phoenix, it's 64 in Flagstaff, and 99 degrees in Las Vegas. Have a look at that water vapor map. This again is how we're going to be going towards the end of the week. Monsoon moisture moving its way north and east of us, and then we've got this nice little dry band of air that's going to be rolling with us for the next little while, giving us excessive heat for the next few days. And that's how we like it here in the Desert Southwest, because other parts of the country are finally getting their share of summer. Just as summer is winding down, we've got nice clear sunshine happening here on the northern plains, and then this frontal boundary here is starting to make for really unpleasant temperatures throughout the rest of the week, along with that monsoon moisture for us pushing its way east, and it'll be like fall by the weekend on the East Coast. Let's have a look at those national numbers. We've got 84 degrees right now in Kansas City, 97 in Dallas, 77 in both Minneapolis and Chicago, and it warms up to 94 degrees up in Boise. And for us tonight, we're cooling off to just 83 degrees, so nice and pleasant out there. There is a chance of showers, just 10% for places like La Paz County, and they'll be getting some rain in higher elevations as well. And then tomorrow we've got 105 degrees being our high. The clouds will start to clear towards the end of the day, and then as we get towards our 8-day forecast, look what happens. The numbers start going up, the excessive heat warnings will be in effect, and Nicole Cunningham will be telling you over and over again to hydrate and keep those pets and kids inside. And of course, when that goes up, the UV warnings go up as well. You can be sunburned within a matter of minutes, so make sure that you take care out there, folks, when you're under the sun.